The list of upcoming games for 2020 and beyond just keeps getting more and more exciting. Whether you are looking for an indie with a difference, a big story-driven experience, or something in the multiplayer space, there's something for everyone, especially with the new consoles on the horizon. Games like The Last of Us 2 have proved that the current generation of consoles can still deliver groundbreaking experiences, and there are still more to come, like Cyberpunk 2077 and Ghost of Tsushima. If you're more interested in what you might be playing on your new PS5 and Xbox Series X, look no further than Godfall or Spider-Man, Miles Morales. You can find them all in the list of the best upcoming games of 2020. Number 1, Ghost of Tsushima. Platforms, ps4. Release date, July 17, 2020. Sucker Punch hit us with quite the surprise when it first revealed Ghost of Tsushima out of the blue, a samurai-led tale of ancient Japan from the studio that brought you the infamous and Sly Cooper series. You play a swordsman known as the Ghost, who's fighting for his life against the invading forces of the Mongol Empire. The story that unfolds is based on real historical events that kicked off in the year 1274. The latest trailer that debuted at the Game Awards 2019 not only gave us a release date, it also showed off some seriously slick combat and a variety of gorgeous vistas in the biggest game Sucker Punch has ever made by a wide margin. Prepare yourself for plenty of intense melee combat and a large, open-world take on feudal Japan. Number 2, Paper Mario, The Origami King. Platforms, Nintendo Switch. Release date, July 17, 2020. A brand new Paper Mario game is en route, much to the surprise of series fans. Paper Mario, The Origami King is a fun-packed adventure in a papercraft world, where our heroes Mario and Luigi are accompanied by a new companion called Olivia. Together you'll face the Origami King and his various armies, and will team up with plenty of friends along the way. Heck, you'll even gain some magical power too, ranging from things involving Metroid helmets to arm-style stretchy limbs and more. Cute and deadly. Just watch out for paper cuts. Number 3, Tell Me Why. Platforms, PC, Xbox One. Release date, Summer 2020. Domino's latest narrative adventure follows the story of reunited twins Allison and Tyler Ronan who have a special bond. Described as an intimate thriller, the twins use their special bond to uncover the mystery of a troubled, albeit loving, childhood. The game is set to explore the idea of memory and both twins are playable protagonists, which sounds very intriguing. As with past Domino games like Life is Strange, you'll be able to make choices that shape the twins' story. Interestingly, the story will unfold over 3 chapters that will all release in the summer, so you'll be able to experience the narrative journey from start to finish. Number 4, Wasteland 3. Platforms, PS4, Xbox One, PC. Release date, August 28, 2020. Set in the post-apocalyptic frozen lands of Colorado, Wasteland 3 looks like a fantastic tactical RPG to tuck into with your pals. Available to play entirely solo or in co-op, the third entry in the Wasteland series is a story-driven experience where your choices will matter. Every decision you make can offer you new opportunities or close you off to them, as well as take you to new areas and lead you to different story arcs. This choice and variety make it sound very replayable, and the setting is set to present you with some difficult moral choices as you decide how to lead in the frozen wastes. This is definitely one to watch, especially since Kyle has been working to evolve the series' turn-based combat, and will also include a new dialogue system and fully voice-acted characters to add to the immersive RPG side of the experience. Number 5, Marvel's Avengers. Platforms, PC, Xbox One, PS4. Release date, September 4, 2020. With the voice-acting talents of Laura Bailey, Troy Baker, Nolan North, Travis Willingham, and Jeff Sheen, Crystal Dynamics has assembled a stellar cast from the team of Avengers. With a story that's entirely separate to the MCU, we'll be able to play as Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Black Widow, and Hulk. After being blamed for the disaster in San Francisco, the heroes reassemble when the world comes under a new threat 5 years later. With 4-player co-op, Marvel's Avengers looks to be one heroic adventure. Number 6, Cyberpunk 2077. Platforms: PC, ps4, Xbox One. Release date: September 17, 2020. CD Projekt Red has given us some absolutely ravishing teases of Cyberpunk 2077 and its futuristic Night City, and until we get to play it for ourselves, we'll be poring over every trailer and screenshot in search of new details. As a customizable protagonist, you'll explore a dense metropolis from the first-person perspective, a departure for the studio that initially sent some Witcher fans in a tizzy. They'll get over it when they dive into Cyberpunk 2077's grungy world of high-tech weaponry and digital espionage. Number 7 Dirt 5. Platforms: Xbox Series 10, PS5, PC, Xbox One, PS4, Google Stadia. Release date: from October 2020, Google Stadia version in 2021. The RD5 is the latest off-road driving experience from Codemasters, and this time we're going more extreme than ever. Along with tracks set across a global stage, including New York City, Rio de Janeiro, and remote areas of China and Greece, the game will also offer more ways to play than ever before. 4-player split-screen modes are returning, and there's a new game mode specifically designed for co-op play ranging from your couch to global online battles. Plus, there's even a narrative-driven career mode to explore, which will feature voice-acting talents like Nolan North and Troy Baker. All of this can be played in a non-linear format too, so you get to play more of what you want. Number 8 Halo Infinite. Platforms: PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series 10. Release date: Holiday 2020. Bearing a curious new subheader and running on a brand new game engine known as Slipspace, the first Halo Infinite trailer almost seems to suggest that Master Chief's next adventure will have MMO qualities to it, or at least be more open-ended and sandbox-like in flavor. That instantly familiar shot of his armor also teases a potential technological downgrade for everyone's favorite Spartan, though plot details remain threadbare for now. MMO or otherwise, Halo Infinite could just be the Halo comeback we've all been waiting for. Number 9 Godfall. Platforms: PS5, PC, Epic Games Store. Release date: Holiday 2020. As one of the first games to be announced for Sony's next-gen console, Godfall is set to land on the PS5 at the tail end of the year. Developer Counterplay Games describes it as a loot-driven action RPG, with a focus on real-time melee combat. The new IP is set in a fantasy universe with heroic knights, arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The game can also be played in its entirety in co-op or solo as you so desire. We don't yet know much more about this looter-slasher, but the shiny action-packed trailer and the game's high fantasy setting is certainly attention-grabbing. Number 10 Last but not least Outriders. Platforms: PC, Xbox One, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series 10. Release date: Holiday 2020. A brand new shooter IP from People Can Fly, and published by Square Enix, is Outriders. You play as a member of humanity who has had to flee Earth and has landed on a planet called Enoch. But, an immense storm called the Anomaly forces them back into cryostasis. And yet, when they awake, they all find themselves imbued with ridiculous powers. It's Mass Effect meets Doom, and we are so in.